What's up, guys? Jay here with Tap and Turn Gaming, coming at you with another Commander 2014 unboxing video. Today we will be taking a look at the mono black deck called Sworn to Darkness, which has Ob Nixilis of the Black Oath front and center as the foil premium Planeswalker card. So let's flip it around here and take a look at some of the stuff on the back. This stuff here is pretty much the same for pretty much all of them, so I'm not really going to read that, but you have a little picture of Ob Nixilis there, then you get some previews of some of the cards in this deck. But let's take a look at the little paragraph for Sworn to Darkness. Ob Nixilis of the Black Oath is a ruthless tyrant who will stop at nothing to achieve his aims. This Planeswalker commander saps his opponent's strength, summons powerful demons to the battlefield, and compels the dead to rise and fight again. So that's our little paragraph about Sworn to Darkness. You also have your little list here of the other decks from this set. I did get all 5, so we'll be doing a video for all 5. You probably already saw the one we did for Forged in Stone. But as far as the contents go, you have the 100 card commander deck, foil oversized commander card, 10 double-sided token cards, a deck storage box, a deck strategy insert, and a rules reference card. So that pretty much sums up the outside of the box here. The one that I got was kind of a little ripped when I got it, but I guess that doesn't really matter too much. I'm about to rip it open and show you guys what's inside anyways. But this deck also contains 15 brand new Magic cards. So with that said, let's crack this open and see what it has to offer us. Really excited about this product. I just love Commander. I love playing it, so whenever we get new Commander product, I'm pretty excited about it every year. So let's get this open. Here's our deck inside of our deck storage box. Just pop out Ob Nixilis here, and let's take a look at him. So we have Ob Nixilis of the Black Oath. He's a 5-cost mono black planeswalker with 3 loyalty. His first ability is +2. Each opponent loses 1 life. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. So not too bad of an ability. It would definitely be a lot better with multiple people in the game. You know, if you're playing against one other person, it's kind of meh. But, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the game, it could be pretty good. His -2 ability is put a 5/5 black demon creature token with flying onto the battlefield. You lose 2 life. That's a pretty solid ability. I would most of the time gladly pay 2 life to get a 5/5 flyer on the board. So that's a pretty solid ability. But his last ability is -8. You get an emblem with pay 1 colorless and a black, sacrifice a creature, you gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the sacrificed creature's power. So essentially, it's kind of like a disciple of Bolas, his emblem. So I mean, that's really solid. You know, you could sack a dude, gain a bunch of life, and draw a bunch of cards off of that creature's power. So that's a really solid last ability. I like it. I think he's a pretty solid planeswalker overall. But as previously shown in the Forged in Stone deck, the big thing about these new planeswalkers is right there on the bottom. They can be your commander of your deck. So, I mean, that's the new thing about this set, is that each planeswalker that comes in the box has the ability to be the commander of your deck. So, you know, we'll see, maybe planeswalkers in the future that can be, commanders of decks. But as far as these particular ones, I'm not really quite sure how I feel about the whole planeswalkers as commander thing yet. And I said that in the previous video about the white deck. But, I really haven't had any chance to play with any of these cards yet as a commander of a deck. So, I mean, once I get some time with it, you know, maybe my opinion on it will change. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Not sure if I'll like it or dislike it. But yeah, so that's Ob Nixilis of the Black Oath. So let's stick him back here. But here is the actual commander deck, so let's get this, open this up. Take this out. Here's our deck. And then obviously you have your deck strategy insert and your rules reference card. Not really gonna look at those, but you know, they're there. So let's crack open this deck and see what it has to offer us. But the, you know, first card we see here is an emblem for Ob Nixilis. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, let's crack this open and see what else the deck has to offer. I'm pretty excited to see what this black deck brings to the table. Black is one of my favorite colors in Magic, so let's take a look skis and see what we get. So obviously we get the emblem there. Then we get some creature tokens. We have a horror token. These are double-sided, and then on the back we have a zombie. Then we have a germ token with another zombie. I'm just going to rip through these tokens. Just want to see the actual cards. We get some demon tokens for Ob Nixilis. We got another horror token. Okay, now we're into some of the lands. Probably just mainly basic swamps here, so let's just rip through those real quick. Yeah, quite a few basic swamps. Okay. So here we have our actual standard size Ob Nixilis of the Black Oath. We already took a look at him. Here's one of the cards that I was most excited about for this deck. I want to build a mono black zombie tribal deck around this card. Here we have Ghoul Caller Jissa. She is a 5-cost 3/4 legendary human wizard with a very, very potent ability where you can pay a black and tap her to sacrifice another creature and put X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens onto the battlefield, where X is the sacrifice creature's power. So that's really, really cool. She's been previously mentioned on cards. If any of you guys have read or maybe just collect when they were making the Magic the Gathering comic books featuring Dak Faden, she was mentioned in a lot of those comic books. She's been mentioned on other cards in flavor texting, but now we actually have a card of her. And I think she's pretty amazing. I definitely want to build a mono black zombie tribal deck around her. It just like screams to me, build a zombie deck around me. But yeah, so that's Ghoul Caller Jissa. She's one of the cards I was most looking forward to in this deck, so there she is. Here we have Adrana Kalastria Bloodchief. She's a reprint from Rise of the Eldrazi. So anything that I come across that I know is a reprint, I'm not really going to talk too much about it because it's a card we've already seen before, but I will stop and take a look at some of the new cards. So here we have Adrana, Kalastria Bloodchief. We are Skirk's Dag High Priest, Nantuko Shade. I believe this is a new card, Flesh Carver. He's a 3-cost 2/2 with Intimidate, where you can pay 2, sacrifice another creature, put 2 +1/+1 counters on him, and then when he dies, put an XX black horror creature token onto the battlefield, where X is Flesh Carver's power. So that's pretty cool. Here we have a Cryptghast. Doubles all your black mana, basically, when you tap a swamp. So a lot of people, well, I know I was one of them, when as far as like color identity and stuff that you can play in your decks for a while, I thought that I could not play this in a mono black deck because it has the hybrid mana symbol. But as long as that's just in like rule texting on a card, it doesn't actually count towards like the card's color identity. So that's why obviously this card is in a mono black deck. So the X-Stored ability with the hybrid mana symbol and the rule texting, that doesn't actually count towards your color identity of your card. So, you know, obviously you can play this in a mono black deck because it's in the deck. And Cryptghast is a really cool card. Here we have a Disciple of Bolas, basically the creature version of Ob Nixilis's ultimate, where you get his emblem. So I like Disciple of Bolas, he's cool. Here we have an Abyssal Persecutor, Liliana's Reaver, Magus of the Coffers, pretty cool. Here's a new card, Raving Dead, a 5-cost 2/6 with Death Touch. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose an opponent at random. Raving Dead attacks that player this combat if able. Then also, whenever Raving Dead deals combat damage to a player, that player loses half of his or her life rounded down. That's pretty mean. So basically, you pick a player. This guy's going to attack every turn, and if he hits that player, they lose half their life rounded down. So that's pretty menacing. He's a threat that you'll definitely have to deal with. You know, so he doesn't hit you and basically cut your life total in half. Another cool card here, and Blood Gift Demon, basically a Phyrexian arena on a body that you can actually target players. So you could target yourself or you could target another player. Here we have a new card, Demon of Wailing Agonies. He's a 5-cost 4/4 flyer with the new ability Lieutenant. So basically how that works is if you have your commander on the board and you have this on the board, this will do something cool. It'll do something cool for you. I really like the flavor of it. It kind of makes it so like this creature is the lieutenant of your commander of your army. Excuse me. But anyways, the lieutenant ability on this creature is as long as you control your commander, Demon of Wailing Agonies gets +2/+2 and has whenever Demon of Wailing Agonies deals combat damage to a player, that player sacrifices a creature. So that's pretty good. Grave Titan, that's awesome. Pontiff of Blight, that's pretty cool. Reaper from the Abyss is pretty cool. Zathrid Demon. Get a Butcher of Malak here, Grave Pact on a 5/4 flying body. Here you get another new card, Overseer of the Damned. He's a 7-cost 5/5 flyer. When he enters the battlefield, you may destroy target creature. So that's pretty damn good. Just off of that, this will probably be going in my Kaalia deck. Also, whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield tapped. Really good card, as far as I'm concerned. When he comes in, he blows up any creature. No color restriction on it, just destroy target creature. And whenever a non-token creature of your opponent's dies, you get a 2/2 black zombie. So that's pretty amazing. We have a Pestilence Demon. Bad Moon, that's pretty cool. We got Spoils of Blood. I believe this is a new card. 1-cost black instant. Put an XX black horror creature token onto the battlefield where X is the number of creatures that died this turn. So if someone does a Wrath of God or Damnation or whatever it may be, wipes the board, cast this and get a giant horror creature token. That's pretty cool. Excuse the phone ringing in the background, but here we have another new card in Malicious Affliction. It's a 2-cost black instant with Morbid. Whenever you cast it, if a creature died this turn, you may copy Malicious Affliction and may choose a new target for the copy, and it destroys target non-black creature. So if you cast this, if a creature previously died in the turn, you essentially get to kill 2 creatures for the cost of 1. So that's pretty cool. Here we have a Sudden Spoiling. It's a reprint from Time Spiral. Pretty cool card. Here you have Wake the Dead. Another new card. 2 black and X. It's an instant. You cast it only during combat on an opponent's turn, which is interesting. And you return X target creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sacrifice those creatures at the beginning of the next end step. So if you're sitting on an empty board and someone goes to swing in at you to take advantage of that, you can cast this. If you dump, 5 mana into the X cost, you can return 5 creatures from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then they get sacrificed at the beginning of your next end step. This card's really good. The fact that the creatures get sacrificed and not exiled is pretty amazing. I really like this card. I think it's really, really good. Here we have a Mutilate. That's pretty awesome. Infernal Offering, another new card. 5-cost black sorcery. Choose an opponent. You and that player each sacrifice a creature. Each player who sacrificed a creature this way draws 2 cards. Also, choose an opponent. Return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then that player returns a creature card from his or her graveyard to the battlefield. So it appears each one of these decks has one of these little political cards. Where you can essentially make friends with another player at the table and do something cool for you and do something cool for them. 2 different things, actually. So it's pretty cool. I like how they added in cards like this. Little political cards that could make some pretty interesting interactions in a game. I personally, my play group is rather small, so I probably wouldn't play this in a deck, but it's cool nonetheless. I like how they, incorporated trying to make friends with people at the table. Here we have Aether Snap. I believe that's from Darksteel. A Promise of Power. Pretty cool. Here we have another new card, Necromantic Selection. It's a 7-cost black sorcery. Destroy all creatures. Then return a creature card put into a graveyard this way to the battlefield under your control. It's a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types, and you exile this card. Pretty cool, honestly. For 7 mana, you get to blow up all creatures and then pick a creature that died this way and res it to the battlefield under your control, and it becomes a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. So that's a pretty cool card. Black Sun Zenith, pretty solid sweeper. Profane Command. Just gives you a lot of options to dump additional black mana into. Here we have Dregs of Sorrow. I'm not sure if this is a reprint or not. I want to say it's a new card. 5-cost sorcery with an X cost. Destroy X target non-black creatures and draw X cards. That's pretty solid. Here we have Jet Medallion. 2-cost artifact. Lowers the casting cost of your black spells by 1 colorless. We have a Lash Wraith. It's pretty cool. Crypt of Agadeem is pretty nice, especially in a mono black deck. You have a lot of creatures in your graveyard. This will produce a lot of black mana for you. And we get some more basic lands. Then we get a Arcane Lighthouse. It appears that this is probably going to be in every deck. Basically allows you to pay a colorless and tap it and make a creature lose Hexproof and Shroud and make it so that it can't have Hexproof or Shroud until end of turn. So that's pretty cool. Kind of an anti, like, Lightning Greaves or Swiftfoot Boots kind of card. So that's pretty cool. Here we have Barren Moor, Cycle Land, Bojuka Bog, Black Staple Land. Everglades, kind of like the Ravnica Bounce lands, except it will tap for a colorless and a black, so that's pretty cool. Ghost Quarter blows up lands and lets the controller of the blown up land search for a basic land, so if your opponent is abusing some non-basic land, you can use this to destroy it, so that's pretty cool. And we have a Myriad Landscape. It enters the battlefield tapped. It taps for a colorless mana, or you can pay 2 colorless and tap it, and sacrifice it to search your library for up to 2 basic land cards that share a land type, put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. That's a pretty solid land. I like it. Polluted Mire, another cycle land. Vampire Hexmage, another reprint. Now we're into the commons and uncommons. Evernight Shade, Necrotal, Shriekmaw, Grey Merchant of Asphodel. He's pretty cool. Morkrut Banshee, Phyrexian Gargantua, 6-cost 4/4, comes in, draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. That's pretty cool. Tragic Slip, Tendrils of Corruption, which is one of my personal favorite black kind of kill spells. Here we have Annihilate, Skeletal Scrying, Sign in Blood, draw cards, lose life, read the bones, scry 2, draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Victimize, I really like this card. It is a reprint, but it's a 3-cost black sorcery where you can choose 2 target creature cards in your graveyard, then sack a creature, and then if you do sack a creature, you return the chosen cards to play tapped. I mean, for 3 black, 2 colorless and a black, that's very well worth it. I'll gladly sacrifice a 2/2 black zombie token to get any 2 creature cards from my graveyard back to play. Siphon Mind, each other player discards and you draw for each card discarded this way. Dread Return is a nice res spell. Burnished Heart, it's pretty cool. Soul Ring, naturally. Charcoal Diamond, taps for black, comes into play tapped. Mind Stone, more acceleration. Swiftfoot Boots, naturally. Commander's Sphere, pretty sure this is probably in every one of the decks. Pretty solid mana rock, 3-cost artifact, taps for any color of your commander's color identity, and you can sack it to draw a card. Here we have Unstable Obelisk, 3-cost artifact, taps for a colorless, or you can pay 7 and tap it and sacrifice it to destroy target permanent. That's pretty cool. And Worn Power Stone, 3-cost artifact, comes into play tapped, and you can tap it for 2 colorless. So that concludes the Sworn to Darkness Commander 2014 deck. As far as the cards, and I think it had some pretty solid stuff in it. As far as the cards that are in it that can potentially be the commander of your deck, we have 3. We have Drana, Calastria, Bloodchief. Probably wouldn't play that as my commander of this deck. I like this card, I just wouldn't play as the commander. This card I love. I want to build a tribal mono black zombie deck around this card. It's so cool. I just love this card so much, where you can just, sack creatures and essentially, she makes zombies out of the corpse of the creature that you just sacrificed and killed. So I just really like this card. I'm definitely going to be building a deck around her. And then obviously you have Ob Nixilis. I mean, he's okay. I feel like he's probably not the best, or he's kind of in the middle in my eyes. He's got some solid abilities. The first one's kind of meh, unless you have multiple people in the game, then it can be really, really good. His second one's really solid. Get a 5/5 flyer and you lose 2 life. That's not bad. His ultimate is really, really cool. It's basically Disciple of Bolas, so that's also really cool. But yeah, overall that pretty much sums up the Sworn to Darkness Commander 2014 deck. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, throw it a like or a comment or subscribe if you're not already subscribed to our channel. We really do appreciate your comments and suggestions. If you're not already subscribed to our channel, if you want to see more videos like this one, go on and smash that subscribe button and be notified whenever we make new videos. We generally try to do them 3 times a week, so we do unboxing stuff like this, we do gameplays, we do reviews of legendary creatures that could be commanders for a deck. We also do deck techs. So again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned to our channel for the other 3 Commander 2014 decks that we will be unboxing. But yeah, this has been Jay with Tap and Turn Gaming. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, again, hit that subscribe button, throw it a thumbs up, and comment on the video and let us know what you think of Ob Nixilis' deck. But yeah, thanks again, and check back to our channel for more videos.